Hi, welcome back. So yeah, it's a long overdue video, and today it will be fun because we'll look at a lot of what player will be doing and playing, especially with the inventory and also the upgrade system we have over there, which is the workbench. You will also notice there is this zombie guy that is just walking at the back. He's figuring out his life, so let's just ignore him in the background and just testing a couple of the AI stuff that is moving. And then yeah, let's focus on the foreground, which is all these items that you see on the floor. These are basically items that you will get in the world, but for me to quickly test things, they are easily achieved, they're easily attained in like just running around here. I can see that my frame rate is a little bit choppy, but it's likely because of OBS. You can see that the frame rate on top right, it's about 50, hovering around 60 FPS. But when I have both of the OBS turned off, I'm running about 90. So yeah, it's just probably recording and both running at the same time that's causing the issue. Yeah, for now, let's dive in and just take a look at the workbench. So a couple of upgrades. The workbench now has the deconstruct and the construct, which I did see showcase the last round. But some of the UI has changed, and also there's a couple of slots which in the future I also need to kind of name them so that we know what to do with it. And for now, there's also an upgrade on the equipment system. There's a couple more icons. You could see a couple new slots. They are no longer just the T-shaped icons that was listed in the like without a background. Over here, there's this inventory, but also you see that there is added slots that are crossed out. This is the feature that I was talking about where you can equipped with certain bags or equipments to help expand the storage space. So yeah, I can showcase this as well. The crafting is something that we've seen in the past, so I don't think we'll be focusing on that today. So let's start focus on the blueprints. So these are basically blueprints that you can grab, right? And once I take them up, you will see that they have the materials that we need. The blueprints that we need to craft. So I'm not really looking at the camera or the screen right now because I'm kind of playing as a player. So if we take a look at these, you can also come into like just away from the workbench and hit I, so it brings up the inventory, and over here you will not see the crafting aspect of it, the workbench aspect of it. So yeah, there's a couple of things that we picked up, and you can also see that I've done an upgrade here. There is also an inventory tooltip. So it's not just the crafting tooltip that is appearing on the left here, which tells you what is missing and what's not. Yeah, actually there's some upgrades there, but maybe it will be for a separate session. For now, let's just focus on inventory. So when I hover over one of each of the icons, it will show me the thumbnail in a much larger view, and also the description, right, so that you know what is it. And over here it writes that it is a anti-sleep true blueprint, and that small little blue text that is at the bottom writes the blueprint, right, so you know the category. So let's say if I go and grab something else, for example this guy's, right, and let's pick this one. It's a mobile phone, and I'll come back again. You can see that it writes weapon, right? So wooden pole weapon, metal pole weapon, and then here it's a mobile phone electronics. The category matters because then it helps you give a better sense on what you will get after you deconstruct the item. But anyways, let me just dive deeper and then you will understand. Okay, so right now we do have a very limited slot, and one of the key things that I always do is to upgrade this item so that once I load that in, right, I can expand all of these slots. But before I do that, let me show you when I put in a bag, for example, you can also see a lot of like new items that I've modeled as well, and those are just a better visualization of the pickup. So once I drop this into the bag slot, you can see that there's new slots that are opening up, right? So then you can now put things inside these slots, right? So that's the intent. And once I take this out, all these slots are gone, and then you can no longer put things in, right? So you can no longer accept what you want to put in. Over there, I think this is a bug. Let's fix that. So once I did this and then open it up, it will tell you that something is the slots have opened up for you. And if I have an item inside there and I pull this away, right, a pop-up is going to tell you that you have an item in there. And if you were to remove the bag, now this item will no longer be accessible, right? And it becomes a problem for you. So I'm going to hit OK so that it rejects the pulling out, the ejecting of the bag right? So until you move this out and move this away, then the slot can close, right? So that's one of the safeguard that has been added in place. Yes, but this back is just a regular loot, right? So it gives you a little bit of expansion, but not really by a lot, right? So that's also a system that has been built together across the last, I guess, 1.5 weeks. Okay, so over here we picked up a couple of things and it's getting a little bit crowded, right? So I think we should really utilize some of these storage spaces, right? And over here you could see keyboards, laptop, mouse, a hair dryer, kettle, yeah, lots of interesting things. Over here there's remote control, alarm clocks, so newly modeled stuff. But if you need storage spaces, we can always come to this cabinet. There's one that is closer to the workbench. Again, ignore that guy that's at the back that's figuring his life out. Let's just drag some of these blueprints that we know we don't need. We will need this. This is for us to craft a more refined fabric that will be part of the crafting material. We will come to all this item as well, which is why I'm quite excited about today's episode, because it will be fun. Today is not so much not dry at all. Let's play what the player will see. All right, so let's keep this two blueprints. This will also be important later on when we are trying to build some of the gadgets, and I'll explain why. And then all this I think are something that we will deconstruct later. I will show you. And then for the weapons, I don't think we need it now. Let me just store it somewhere else because we don't really need the weapons for now. Maybe we just load one into the slot. Those works too. And all right, so right now let's try to build this, right? And this is the part that is fun. I'll again have to upgrade the icon so that you know that you're dropping into this one. Like if you drop it here or anywhere else, it doesn't really work, and without the instruction you'll be like, oh, what should I do, right? If you drop on all these areas, the only slot that you can drop is this one. And once you drop it in, it's going to tell you I need all these items for you to craft this. This is not an American flag. I think it's just because the red overlay and this blue, it turns out to look like an American flag. That wasn't my intent. It was supposed to look like that, blue and white. Anyways, so right now we have a zipper, buckle, this nylon strip, this refined fabric. This is the one I'm talking about. You need this to craft, but you can't just drop this in because this is a blueprint, right? So you can't just do this. These are threading, like a spool of threading. These are buttons, and this is a shoelace, right? Like a bundle of shoelace. So if we need shoelace, you know, like for certain, you know, you can grab it from the boots, right? So let's just drop it inside here for the deconstruct, and you can see this icon is like a scissors that is cutting fabric, right? So once you release it, it's gonna tell you like, okay, once you deconstruct this, you'll get all these items out of this boot, right? And after you deconstruct it, it's gone. Like it's no longer in your inventory, right? So if you want to find for more, you need to pick them up from the world. I'm building a spawning system right now where cabinets, storage spaces, and those set dressings that you see on top of the shelves, they will be procedurally spawned, right? So in the world, you get those. And I'm so having inspiration over the last few days where if you kill a zombie, you'll be able to loot the clothing, bags, the shoes, and then bring them back again to this deconstruct workflow, right? And then after that, you can get materials out of it to feed them back into this construct flow. Over here, there's a couple of upgrades that I've added as well, but let's just click on this one. Like hold it there, and any time when you release, right, it's the same as this guy's, right? And anytime you release, you abandon the operation. And in this case, you get to think for 1.5 seconds, and once there is gone, it's gone, right? So now all these items are crafted, and you can start dragging them out, right? And once you drag them out, you cannot put them back in, right? Because this is not a storage space, it's a deconstruct station. So once you move this out, you can start adding them into the inventory system, and then from there you can start packing them around. And you know, this is what I covered in the past, where you can pretty much organize this as you like. And again, as we have added this in, right, that frees up a bit of slot if you need those real estate, right? And I think this one gives you lesser slot because it's just a laptop bag, right? So this backpack gives you more stuff, right? So coming back to this, let me just move some of this away so that it gives us a bit more storage spaces. So I'm just going to organize things a little bit here and there because we will need plenty. Based on, again, my extensive playtest, we will get a lot of this too, right? This is a worn fabric, which is fabrics that you've deconstructed from like bags or clothings, and then you have threading, which is this spool of threading, right? And these two usually builds up quite a fair bit. Okay, so right now we need a zip and buckle. These ones usually come from bags, right? So if I drag one of the bag, drop it in here, and again, it might be unfamiliar to you now, but after you've been playing, this is part 2 of my system, right, which is learning the system. You get familiar, and then when you see a bag, you roughly know what you'll get out of it, and you'll be aiming for those items when you're looting and making decisions on, oh, my inventory is getting full, I should pick more of these objects because I need these items to deconstruct, right? Okay, anyways, coming back, let's each slot, again, as I recall, for you guys, is they can carry up to 20 items, right? 20 quantity. So once it reaches 20, it needs to stack to the next slot, which is what I mentioned before. Again, there will be plenty of items that you need to take from the wall, and you'll run out of slots pretty quickly. Right, so let me just drop this in. As you can see, this is 10 plus 8 equals 18, right? So there is still slot over here. Buckle, this is the one that we're looking for. You can also just drag this and put it in directly, right? That works too, right? And over here, this is the feature that I was talking about. It's again plenty of work that I put in. Actually, let me see if I could move myself towards this side. Yeah, and then you can see what is happening on this side of the screen. Okay, yeah, so basically once I drop this in, you can see that there is a scoring, right? This is right now 3 out of 4, so it needs 4 zippers, and right now you have placed in 3, right? And that's one of the features that was added as well. Previously, before you drop any item in, it shows that you need 4, but once you drop it in, it shows the quantity that you have placed in, and it doesn't show you anymore what it needs, right? So that becomes a problem, and I had to upgrade the system in this case to show the total quantity versus what is already in the slot, right? So we have buckles as well, so let's put it in. So this is 2, right? Quantity of 2, and then it requires 4. So once I drop it in, it will become 2/4, right? So that's how you read the data, right? So over here, let's just drop it in a couple of things. Spool of thread, like this needs 10, and we have 18. This is also one of the feature. Once you have something that is exceeding the limit that is needing, the rest will reject back to where it came from, right? So in this case, if you drag something from the deconstruct slots here back over to the construct slot, and anything that is exceeding or remainder would be rejected, and it goes back to where it came from. That's one of the features that I've been building with AI, right? So we still need a couple of buttons, a couple of nylon strip, buckles and zippers, right? So we need to kind of deconstruct one more bag for us to hit that quantity. So we've been transferring everything to inventory and back to here again. Let me just show you, like we could also transfer this here, and then this get rejected, right? This one, let's grab the buckle. There's 2 that is needed, 2 here, and now 4/10. This one we don't really need anymore, so let's just put it back again. 10 plus 8 equals 18. Buttons, yep, we need this. So if I drag this 3 of them, over here is 3/5, that means it needs 2 more, and right now if I drop 3, 1 of them should be rejected, right? Because there's only 2 slots remaining, right, out of the 5. So if I drop that in, you can see that over here it shows 1, right? So out of the 3, 1 was rejected. It went back to where it came from, and then I can just drag this over to here. There's another thing that I need to sound off is if there is anything that is inside this flow that hasn't been purged, I can't drop in a new item, right? This is just to make sure that the watermark, like I'm going to show you the watermark. When I still have something here and I drop in this, this will now overlap with what was originally there, right? And that means there will be a confusion of, okay, what item should I need now, which is why the system needs to be fully purged before you can drop in a new item, and it will showcase what is needed. All right, so let's see. I think we still need one more strap, and then this is the one that requires crafting. So let's just drop in one more bag. And then let's pull this out. We need quite a fair bit of this, so I don't mind having too much of it. So spool of thread. This is now, I put 10 over, and then there was like 2 slots left, so the remaining 8 got rejected. So I'm just gonna put it in the new slot. Buckles all there. Oh wait, I need this. Right, actually there's a few more that I could throw in as well. Actually before that, let me see if we could grab some other items that might give us a strap as well. Does raincoat give us strap? I'm still also learning the system. So if I drop this in, yeah, it gives us strap as well. So these are like raincoats. It's not just bags. So if you get some other items as well. Right, for example, this nylon, this Velcro. Some items requires Velcro, so not just using bag will give you the answer to everything, right? So you need to be quite diverse in what you are collecting. So let me just grab this one. This one I know I need two, so I need two more. Velcro strap, buttons, right? And then let's just drop in one more here. Let's destroy that. Drop this here. I could stack this too, so the remaining 2028, right? So it's a bit cleaner. And I'm just gonna carry this forward. Do I still need anything else? Yeah, strap, last one, right? So it's /10 plus 2 more equals 10 plus 10, sorry, 10/10. So this is fully complete. And then we have these refined nylon, right? So this is the renewed nylon fabric that we cannot craft here. So right now, you're running the problem because you've like painstakingly put all these things together, right? And then this crafting requires like I need this lot, right? But for me to pull this out, all of this will be purged, and then I have to redrop them back in again, right? So it becomes a problem. So in your base, you will have multiple crafting station for this kind of operation. So now I can come back to the other crafting station and start putting all this thing in, right? So let's just drop this in, right? So 20, 15 left because 5 were transferred. I'm gonna hold this down. This gets crafted, right? So it shows 1 of that. Similarly, if I drag this out and I can't put it back in again, so I'm just gonna leave it here for now. Let's just drop another 1, 2, right? And if you recall, like, oh shit, how many do I need? I recall there's 10, right? So we need 10. So remember, we're crafting 10 over here. And we're just gonna come back here, hit this. We have 3. Let's go for 4. We don't have enough here, so I'm just gonna 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I'm gonna be short of 1. 9. Alright, so I'm just gonna pull this out for now because there is a saving issue for this one. Let's say if I have to restart my game, it will lose this slot because I'm still trying to debug that. So we just showed how you can craft both things at the same time, right? But we can also deconstruct 2 things at the same time. So if we drag, this is one of the bugs that happened before, but we managed to resolve that, right? So let's say if I drop a black quote here, right, and then I come to this deconstruct, you can see that this is empty. So practically you have like 2 parallel deconstructing and construct workflow, right? 2 workbenches basically. You actually have the third. I'm building that one in the future, but it will function pretty much the same. So it gives you quite a space for you to work, right? And you're not restricted to just one table. And if you want to, let's say, have one that is all doing the devices, one that is doing all the fabric, then one that is doing or certain types like boots, for example. So then you can use that. So right now, if I put this here, and then I come back to this, they're all fully independent from one another, right? They are not merged with one another. So it's really fun in that sense because then you can really manage your resource, right? And see what you need. So you basically have like 3 parallel paths that you can work with, right? So right now we did say that we need more of this, right? And we've collected 9. And this will give us 5, but 5 plus 8, 5 plus 3 gives us 8, right? So let's we only need 5 to craft 1 more. So we just need this, right? And I can always, I don't even have to purge this, and I can just go back here. It's just that I have to purge it in the future if I need that slot. And we're just gonna drop it here, craft, and then now I can stack it. I have a total of 10. I'm gonna come back here, complete this last item. This is really satisfying. Imagine you going out to fight zombies, getting lots of loots, and then coming back to finally upgrade this item. I think it'll be pretty rewarding. Right, so now I have this item. I can just drop it inside here directly, but right now there is a slot, right? So it doesn't allow me to do that. So, oh wait, it does. This is a bug. So it's away the original item, and that's not supposed to happen. I recall this bug was fixed, but now it's back. Right, so that's frustrating. But again, I think now I have 2 of the same bag. That's not supposed to happen. Yeah, but anyways, you can see the intent is for this one to drop in, and then you can pretty much have a full reign of how many slots is that? 8 by 8 is 64, right? Originally, when I take this out, we only have 40 slots. So there are bags that gives you different quantities. So if we take a look at this one, this gives you, I believe, only 2 more rows. This one only gives you 1 more row, right? The nicer perk as well is that this one, it's a medic bag, right? So it's not just giving you additional storage spaces, but look at this slot as well, the quick access slot. If I take this out, it becomes a cross, right? This slot in the future will allow you to drop in, let's pick up a medic kit, right? So for example, this first aid kit, it will be extremely helpful when you're in combat. So right now, if I turn on this, I have this, right? So this is, if you recall, if I consume, it's going to give me additional health, right? And if I grab a few more, I recall there's one more over here. That should be all. Let's see if we could get a few more. No, yeah, that's pretty much it. So if I load this in here, this quick access pouch, I won't be able to do that, right? But if I load this in like that, and then drop this in, now I have quick access to the medic kit. So in the middle of a combat, you could hit a shortcut key and it will recover your health without having you imagine fighting a zombie. Where's the zombie guy? Where are you, zombie guy? Imagining you fighting a zombie, and halfway through your health is low and you have to recover, right? And you have to come into the health kit, the inventory, right click, consume, and then resume your fight by hitting I again, right? It's very disruptive, if you will, right? While you're having a battle, or while you're in combat. So having this will be extremely helpful. And this pouch that it provides, this smaller pouch, gives you a smaller slot, not as many expansion, and you can't carry as much in the quick access slot. Right, so that's one of the perks of grabbing this, which is why I was saying like this is the first item that I always start crafting, but I don't think you will get that early in the game. So unfortunately, you have probably to go through the regular process. It's just for me during testing, I'll grab this one. Right, so there's a couple of other things that we should try to craft, and now we have more spaces, right, and we should utilize them. Let's go and look at this one. Right, so I can unhook this blueprint and purchase everything, right? So right now there's no more watermark slots that tells you what it needs. I can now drop this in, a new one, right? And this is a thermal goggle, right? So if I were to drop this in here like that, it gives you a description, right? So this is a blueprint and you can use it in the workbench. Right, so I'm going to drop this here and it's going to give me a different range of items that I need, right? So over here, there's like batteries, wires, some plastic pieces. Right now, looking at the thumbnail, you might not be very familiar with them, but eventually as you are doing playing more, just the thumbnail alone should be able to inform you what the items are, right? So these are a couple of items that I think we can really grab. This one requires deconstruct, this too. This one we can grab from the wall, and then this one is also a deconstruct, if you recall from the boots, right? So if we were to drag this one, deconstruct that, there's 2 here. I'm going to drag this here. I'm going to drop the rubber here. These are rubber slabs coming from, the part of the shoe, and then this one here, right? So I should try to organize my things a little bit better so that I can know where they are later, right? It's very good for stacking. Right. All right, let me just leave this here at the bottom because we don't need that anymore. We already have one in the slot. It was a bug anyways. So let's go and grab some batteries, wires, and this electrical switch. Right, so I recall batteries are here. Electrical switches are here. And then the coil wires are here. Coil wires are not necessarily coming from the wall. You could also grab them from, deconstruct them from gadgets, right? So these are iPads, portable hard disks, kettle, hair dryer. I'm just gonna grab a few varieties so that you can see. Alarm clock, handphone, mobile device. There's one more here, right? Okay, let's go and deconstruct, right? So again, you can do it on this computer table or you can do it at this workbench. It doesn't matter. So let me just use this table for now so that we can demo. Actually, yeah, let's just demo for this one. Okay, so as you can see, you get batteries and wires out of this deconstruct, right? So those are items, though you can already grab them in the world, they are also attainable through deconstructing. So I'm just gonna put this guy here, making space for myself. All these things that we have worked on before on moving the slots is now really finally paying off, right? We are not working with like a very rigid system where, oh, you cannot move, you're locked in with that slot that is provided by you, provided by the game. You have no freedom of moving things around, right? That will be frustrating. Okay, anyways, coming back, I was contemplating halfway just now because if I were to just do it here, I could have just launch them directly into the respective slots instead of having to transfer them to my inventory and then back here again, which is why I contemplated slightly. Right, so over here, these two are the same. If you recall, if you take a closer look, this is a old circuit board, and then you need this to refurbish it into a proper working board, and then that's where this one is, right? So from far, I think it looks pretty similar, so I need to work on the icon, but this one is a different item. You can't just drop it in like that, right? Because this is a old circuit board, you need to refurbish it before you can use it. All right, so we do have a couple of wires here. Are there more plastic pieces? This needs like 20 plastic pieces, so that's quite a fair bit, and you can get them from, you know, all this stuff. So we already grabbed a few from the world just now. Oh, there's like 12 of this LED lights, so that's also something that we need to start building the depository. This one is really full. Let's throw in, oh yeah, remember that, like, I can't just drop this in because it's not purged yet, right? And there's a reason for that. So I'm just gonna drop in a new mobile, drop this in, cable is full, this is full, and then yeah, this one. This one is pretty expensive, so it's good to collect more of it. I can show you. So if we come back to this nylon refurbished, renewed nylon, and drop this in, it requires like 3 to build one single piece, right? So right now we only have 4, we can only build 1 out of that, and you have 1 remainder, right? So let's try to build that. I'll show you. Right, and you have this. So these two are actually different. Can you see the difference, right, from the thumbnail? Old circuit board and refurbished circuit board. And this is the one I mentioned. After 4 minus 3, it gives you 1. Right, so mathematics, lots of mathematics. All right, so coming back to this, I just need 1. I can drop this in. We need a switch, so I think you will get some from here. Nope, not really. Do we get some from here? Oh, that's not working, probably because I don't have the item name added yet. Yeah, there's no switches. Do we have one here? I need 1 switch. Oh, actually we do have enough switch, right? So we have 3, and then there's 1 needed here. In fact, we need way more plastic. So I'm just gonna break this down, transfer the plastic over, and the LED lights. This is gonna need quite a fair bit. Oh, yep, the same piece here. Remember, we need 3 of this to form 1. So we'll need it for the other gadget too. Let's break this one out. I don't think I have enough resources laid down on all of the like here, so we might not be able to complete building everything, and we will bust the 40 minutes mark anyways. So yeah, it's just a quick demo to show you guys that this is really fun. All right, so coming back to this, I have satisfied all the criteria needed to plant this, so I'm gonna get this 1 single item. I can drag it here. I can also barrier that should delete away. Now we have a duplicate again. So yeah, I need to solve that bug, and then pull out this, and I don't need it anymore. So let's look for the next one. This is also a hit gear. I wanted to show you like a variety of things that we need, but over here you can see plastic bottles, and some bottle caps, duct tape. Actually, let's try doing it. Right, so plastic bottle comes from this drinks, right? So if you grab this guys, come to think of it, I don't think I have enough for us to demo. But there's a cheat, which is to close and open the game, and then we will be able to refresh the resources. Okay, so yeah, I need to deconstruct this, right? So let me clear all this out. Battery goes to battery, and then this chipboard. Right now we have 3. I think we can go back to build this one. Let's just build this one so that we can have that when we need it. And so I'm just gonna put this back again, and then back to this again. Right, so let me deconstruct this, and right now we have 1. I can put this in. I have a cap, and then 1 more. This one. 6. I think I'm full with the cap already, so I don't need that anymore. Right, and then this is we still need a few more things, right? This one is the one that is missing, so let me just finish crafting finish adding some of those items in. This one we need 2. What else? We need duct tape and rag. So duct tape and rag, we can get it from here. These are the same crafting item you need here, if you recall, right? So some of this requires duct tape and rag. Like for example, this one requires rag. So yeah, those are things that are kind of like a bit of crossover. This one's, I think these are handheld fans. Not that I know it's a handheld fan, but I think it will give you the materials we need. So I'm just gonna put this here. Okay, we need 1 more rack, in fact. Let's go and grab 1 more. So this is a little bit of that gameplay, right? Where you find that you don't have enough materials and you need to go out to the wall to grab them. That motivates player to go out, because you know you need to craft this, and you know that once you craft this, it's going to give you those perks that I've described in the previous video, right? So, and then that drives down to like, okay, if I need this, I need all these items, then I now need to go into the world to grab them, right? And for me right now, it's a convenient test so that I don't take like 2 hours to grab 1 item. I just run over to grab them. It's just for testing, but it kind of simulates the gameplay that is needed. Right, so I still need a couple of bottles and then duct tape, which I need 3. Right, so this 2 I cannot satisfy anymore because I don't have any more water bottle. So what I'll do is I'll stop the game. This is just a cheat for myself in this game. Right, the zombie is there. I actually have no idea where it went. Wandered to just now. It gone too far in figuring his life out. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab this one out. Last one. And again, just highlighting that the pickup system that we've worked on in the past has really paid off, right? So like I'm able to pick selectively on what I need, not everything that is around that table. Okay, so the last one is here. I need 3 of this. I have 4, so 1 should be rejected, right? So 1 comes back to here, and I have this thing to craft, right? So now this is done. I'm gonna drag this here. This is how it's supposed to intend. This is how it's intended, which is like when I drag an item out, this is supposed to clear, not like when I drag it into the equipment, right? It stays here, so then I have a duplicated copy. So yeah. Right, so this is done, and I'm gonna just drop this here, pull this out. This can now swap, right? So as we described previously as well, you can do the swapping, and it should still work. Let's finish the last piece because I think we are hitting the 44 minutes or 45 minutes mark. Let's do some fabric materials for the top and pants, right? Maybe footwear maybe not. Footwear maybe will come from those boots that we've grabbed from here, right? With this one we can just drop it in. We do have 1 footwear that is anti-element. That means you can walk on fire and all those, but yeah, this one, right? But let's see if we have time to craft that. For now, let's just go with the more fabric stuff, and I think it will be this guys, right? This one's with orange and silver. I'll show you what they are. Right, so the orange and silver ones, this one is not. This one, it's that. Right, these are electronic, so we might need it later. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Right, so these are basically a fire retardant headdress, right? And you can put that on and make sure like you have all the slots equipped, right? To be completely immune to fire, right? So there is this headdress, there is this coat, pants, and this one only has the coat and pants, and this one only allows you to stay in fire for a temporary amount of time, again as my previous video has shared, and then this one's let you stay in fire or electric field indefinitely, right? So these guys are maybe the more powerful ones. So let's try to build these ones, and also this will also replace the headdress, as I think I described in the previous video. You don't want to have like or rather I don't want the player to have like all sorts of arsenal at their disposal, where they can see, hear, be immune to fire, immune to electricity all at once, right? I want a player to make decisions on swapping things out. So let's say if I want that this one to be more when I'm in contaminated area, I'll need this more, then I give up being able to see heat, thermal, right? But when I'm getting into a very tight spot, a very dark place, and there is no contamination, then I need to trade this in, right? So when I'm doing my mission planning, when I'm going out to fight, I roughly know the area that I'm operating in, what are the elements that I'll be facing, then I need to plan for those items as well, right? So I need to bring those items out, because all these items that we are crafting at the workbench cannot be crafted outside when you are in the field, right? Only these items are craftable in the field. So if you run into problems through experience and you die and you come back again, learning the system as I say, then that's where you become better at playing it. Okay, so coming back to this, let's craft this. As I mentioned, I want the top brand. This is a blueprint. You can't just drop it here, right? But you can drop this blueprint inside, and it's gonna tell you what you need. This item here, this is the fire retardant material, right? And it will not be something that you can craft like the black nylon, right? This is only something that you can acquire and trade through the traders, right? So in the future, there will be a trader that I will plant in this test range where you can interact with. But in the game itself, you'll need to save another faction and then gain access to these traders. But for now, I'm just going to pick them up. As I mentioned, it's going to be quicker for me to test things here. So I'm gonna pick up, there's a total of 10, I think, for the 10 for the pants and 10 for the coat. So I'm just gonna drop this here, pick all of them up. This one is for the fire resistant. So the silver one is the one for fire retardant, right? And that's this one. The orange one is for this, right? So we already have collected 20. So I'm just gonna drop this here, and we have like full 10. Let's drop in what we can or what we have found. Hopefully we already have what we need, because we've been hard at work trying to deconstruct things, right? It looks like, yeah. So over here is also I'm saying we will get lots of this, but when you start crafting like fabric materials and clothings, right, you'll need threadings as well. So the numbers are quite high, you know, over here, like you need 20 of it. So it's not cheap. Right, so once this is in, I can just I don't want to drop it there because I know there's a bug. This requires this removes the slot, and then now I can dress this there. And we're just gonna switch this. You can't do this switch, right? Because again, it's a safeguard for you to make sure that you can you don't drop things out. In the future, I'll make a swap, but for now, it's just a safeguard for myself, right? So I'm just gonna drop this item in. We don't have any more nylon stripe, so let me deconstruct this because we will get some from here. Nylon stripe, buckles, zips. Do we have more buttons? Yes, we do. Velcros, we have 6 and then 3 remaining. Let me drag this out. Let me stack them. And then pull this out. So that's the total of 20 for each bundle. Yep, we need 20, just nice. We need a few more zippers actually. Yep, cool. So it's ready. I'm gonna drag this out. Sorry, I'm gonna craft that, and then I'm gonna put this here, and then equipped, right? In the future, of course, the a character is gonna update its wardrobe, its costume, right? As you're equipping things on and off, the 3D model will showcase it, right? So, but again, that's for functionality. So that's for aesthetic, not functionality. So right now I need to make sure like all these systems are working first before I can work on what is needed, right? Because I don't want to be building 1,000 of this and then realize that I'm only using one, right? And I wasted time building the 999. So I think that's where trying to get a system out, play test it, make sure it's fun, then invest in the art. Right, so I think that's that. I did promise you guys that if we do have time, we still do have like maybe 5 minutes. Let's craft this last piece. Then that will probably give us a full fire retardant suit. Actually, we still need this one, but we don't have enough um, materials to do already. So I'm gonna drop this here. Let's put this there. And this requires the orange fabric material. Fire resistance, I think there's 10 of them. And when you're acquiring this through a trader, you won't be able to just pick them up one by one, right? You basically adopt them in whole bundle, right? So you buy like 10 and then you trade with something else. So yeah, let's put this in. Oh wow, we are very, very short on this. So let me grab more of that. Not enough. We need this fabric here, spool of thread. Let's deconstruct this one more time. We might be able to even deconstruct our boots because we will get a footwear out of that anyways. So let's just utilize that. And we should have everything we need. Yep, great. And then we have this one, which is the last item. Oh wow, we need this as well. Okay, so let's go and craft them. Do we have that blueprint? Yes, we do. Again, I can kind of swap it. 2 of that. And I can start crafting. Right. I think we need 10 of that, right? Am I wrong? 20. Oh my gosh, we need 20 of that. I think we need to deconstruct like way more stuff for us to get enough of that. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm trying to rush to fit within the 45 minutes time frame. Right, I think we can deconstruct a few more things. Nope, not this one. We need fabric material. Actually, there's one that gives us a lot of fabric. It's the t-shirts. So I'm gonna go and grab the t-shirts. And there's gonna be quite a fair bit of those. I think is it this one's? No, I think it's this one's. Dresses. Yeah, so we need to start collecting plenty of this. These t-shirts yeah, give us like 15, so we will get quite a abundance of it. Oops, I haven't pushed the deconstruct flow yet. 18. I actually have no idea. This is probably a bug. There's an empty slot, or maybe it's probably one of the handheld fans, portable fans, and it has a missing icon. So it's not showing any icon, but it's that item, I recall. So I need to get that fixed as well. All right, I think we have enough. Let's go back and craft them. We need 20, remember? So it's gonna be quite a fair bit, and I'm gonna move as fast as I can. And each one requires about 1.5 seconds to build, so and then dragging takes you another 0.5 seconds, so every 2 seconds you build one. 14, 15, 16. Oh, we don't have enough. 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, so let's go back and drop this in, and we have this turns green, and then we can craft this. And I'm gonna drop this here and then put this here again because there's a bug, as we've already mentioned. So we have a full set, right? So it's a very quick show and tell. Not a quick one, it's actually 45 minutes long, but it's quite a lot of things that we've covered, right? And it showcases the whole deconstruct and construct flow. The use of blueprint, lots of varying materials that you can grab, and all the gameplay opportunities that you can get from all these gameplay ingredients, right? And again, in the previous video, we showcased that these upgrades from the Workbench should not make the crafting weapons obsolete. They should supplement and enhance your gameplay. So, and they kind of soon turn into equipments more than weapons, which is why this crafting station is very, very important as part of that gameplay, where you are always going out to find for these blueprints, which you will need to in fact, blueprints can't be found. It needs to be traded with traders, and you need to engage them through world events and stuff, right? So yeah, so basically you'll get to upgrade all those things and enjoy the fun, and that enhances your gameplay experience on top of all this crafting that we have done before. Cool. That's 46 minutes. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.